from Burj Toastmasters, Toastmaster Ali Irteza.
Ladies and gentlemen, if there were any points in the debates for wasting the audience's time, my worthy opponent would get a gold medal. What you heard was 4 minutes of personal opinions, random points. Where is the research to back the point that you can compromise on comfort just for the looks? Is there any? The only point my opponents were able to prove was that we always thought that women were the ones who were needy for compliments. With an all-men team sitting here, convincing us that compliments are so important, they've only proven that men are as needy as women, nothing else. I would question, why are you so needy of compliments? When my opponents say that it gives you the enhanced looks, the competitive edge, why are you so needy of compliments? Do you think you don't look young enough? You don't look smart enough? You don't look thin enough? You don't look pretty enough? Enough of these not enough. Clothing, my friends, cannot give you the body that you don't have. You have to do other things to get it. And what you lack is self-confidence. You should be heading to the nearest psychotherapy session. That will give you the self-confidence, not the clothing. My friend here made a point that, my opponent made a point that it helps you in getting the, closing a sale, potential sale, a competitive edge, it gives you the approval, disapproval. Well, do you know the latest dress codes by one of the leading companies? Walk into the Silicon Valley and you will see that the dress codes have been relaxed. Why? Because when you're relaxed, then it boosts your productivity, not the other way around as you were trying to convince us. And when you're looking for approvals and disapprovals, that is similar to the proverb of judging the book by its cover. But tell me, if the book is boring, would you even go past page number 1? So you want to be that kind of a person that people don't want to spend any time with, but you were able to at least lure them towards you? Of course not. Real compliments, my friends, are the ones which are given in your absence, not in front of you. In 2015, the Journal of Neurology published case studies, and this is available for everybody to see. And what they prove is that if you wear clothing which is not comfortable, it actually restricts the flow of blood in your body, which has long-term damage to your internal organs, to your muscles, and to your body. Is that really worth it, just for the looks? Now, towards the end, I would like to leave my opponents with this thought. When you're relying for compliments from other people, you're going after the masses. And be careful when you go after the masses, because the end in masses is going to be silent. Thank you very much.
For TGIS, Toastmaster Philip Nosisi.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
My worthy opponent certainly wasted our time, cherry picking points that I consider irrelevant, factually inaccurate, and without any substantial evidence. They hinged their argument on 3 points, which were essentially baseless. Point number 1, when you dress for a compliment, you wear outlandish attire. Can that really be true? Look at the audience. We are all well dressed. Is anyone here wearing outlandish attire? I think that is essentially factually inaccurate. Point number 2, when you dress for compliment, or rather when you dress for comfort, you dress for safety. Rubbish. When you dress for safety, there's a specific reason. It is about fit for purpose. And in our discussion today, we mentioned the point that when you dress for compliment, it has to fit, which therefore means whether you are working in a high-risk area or a sportsman, you are appropriately attired to look right for it. They gave examples of famous people. what percentage of the population are famous people? The rest of us have to look appropriate. Famous people that constitute less than 1, or rather 0.001%, can afford to get away with things. We cannot. The rest of us cannot. And by the way, the example of Barack Obama is inappropriate. Because if Barack Obama is going to meet the Queen of England, he's not going to go and meet the Queen of England dressed for comfort. He's going to dress appropriate for the occasion. Now, they also mentioned in their argument that for the rest of us, when we dress for compliment, we have some personality issues. That's not true. We don't. We certainly dress for compliment because there's a purpose to it. It's out of respect for ourselves and for whoever we're meeting. Case in point, Barack Obama meeting the Queen. In summary, ladies and gentlemen, it is far, far important to dress for compliment rather than for compliment.
For TGIS, Toastmaster Dhyan Bidappa. I think I've made a mistake. We will hear from the closing speaker for Burj Toastmasters.
Good afternoon, Toastmasters and guests. My team has presented cogent and convincing arguments, negating the notion that dressing for compliments is more important than dressing for comfort. The opening speaker made compelling arguments about how, even though haute couture is the designer's showcase in which he presents his taste to the world, nobody out there is wearing these clothes because they are so out there and they are so uncomfortable that even the designers themselves know that this is only for the runways. Professional athletes, professional hikers, and surgeons most definitely have to dress for comfort, to do their jobs effectively. If they were to start hoping for compliments in their athletic gear or in their hiking boots or even in their scrubs, it would be an absolute disservice to their profession or activity, and also potentially dangerous. Can you imagine a footballer without his shin guards or a cricketer without his helmets hoping to get a few more compliments? Dressing for compliments is very short-sighted, shallow, and flawed because uncomfortable shoes can cause permanent damage to your foot and synthetic fabrics can cause allergies. Getting a foot surgery to be able to later on wear heels is masochistic and narcissistic. Our rebuttal speaker touched upon something much deeper. Why are some of us so aggressively seeking compliments? There has to be a deeper malaise. Whose approval are we seeking and why all the time? The rebuttal speaker of our team also compared dressing for compliments to judging a book by its cover, which is true because it is superficial to assume that you will be able to impress someone with external embellishment. And that is akin to belittling the intelligence of the people you are apparently trying to impress or gain compliments from. In closing, I would like to say that we should be wearing our clothes, and rather than being worn out by the uncomfortable clothes and footwear, to be able to exude confidence. My entire team has thoroughly debunked and dismantled the opposition's arguments, and I reiterate that we must dress for comfort and not compliments. Thank you.
For the closing speaker from TGIS, Toastmaster Dhyan Bidappa.
Good afternoon, Toastmasters, friends, and my sharply dressed opposition. Our team today proved, beyond doubt, that dressing for compliments is more important than dressing for comfort. May I remind you, we're not saying that compliments are the be-all and end-all, but certainly there's a lot of weight given to dressing for compliments over comfort. As our speaker Prabhat so articulately pointed out, it brings a competitive edge. How many times have you walked into an interview or a job and felt great because of the suit you wore, the dress you wore, whatever else you used to accessorize your inner appeal? B, it makes a lasting impression. We do live in a judgmental world, but we're not saying we're craving approval. We make an impression. You may argue that dressing for compliments means judging a book by its cover. Well, I don't know how many of you judge a badly wrapped book by its cover. Dress for compliments can definitely help you make a positive impact, whatever the occasion, social or professional. And C, productivity. Yes, I do believe I am more productive in a suit, and we quoted research and statistics to back that up. Certainly, dressing for compliments, dressing fit for purpose, can help enhance your productivity and your thought processes. Our rebuttal speaker refuted our opposition's points admirably. He pointed out very, very truly that compliments does not equal outlandish. Moreover, on a similar point, comfort does not equal safety. I have known a number of cricketers in my life, and let me tell you, none of them were lounging around comfortably in their helmets and pads. They dressed for purpose. And finally, as we said, we're not all Mark Zuckerbergs, Barack Obamas, or Steve Jobs. I don't know how many of you have seen younger interviews of Steve Jobs in his younger days, or Ashton Kutcher or Michael Fassbender's fantastic portrayals of young Steve Jobs. But let me tell you, he was dressed very nappily in a nice jacket, while he was still trying to come up and make it. So therefore, my dear friends, we came here today and showed beyond doubt, undeniably, that dressing for compliments is more important than dressing for comfort. As the famous and very intelligent novelist Mark Twain once said, clothes make the man. And he also added on,